Hi, and welcome to Community Converge, the tea point where community meets marketing, product innovation, and business strategy. I'm your host, Akash Agrawal, and in this show, I unearth the dynamic world of communities and their profound impact on business and growth. Stay tuned to understand how you can direct your community to provide business and growth. I'm thrilled to introduce our next speaker. He is someone who advises startups on starting a community. He guides agencies on offering community as a service, and he shares his community fire with college students by teaching them community gamification. Please welcome Meenank Minnu.
Hey, hi, Akash. Happy to be here. That was a lovely introduction. I'm excited.
Thank you, Meenank. So, well, Meenank, I would love to just dive right into the benefits of involving community members into the product development process from ideation, from validation to beta testing and iteration. So,
Ap- mm.
uh, I would like to begin with how does involving the community in product development contributes to innovation and market differentiation?
So, involving community has a lot of benefits, I would say. Why? Because they give crucial feedback that you wouldn't get anywhere else. If you were to pay for feedback to marketers like me or community builders like me, what's going to happen is I have a call charge system where you actually get on a call and they just go on to hundreds and thousands of dollars, right? And but community gives you things, gives back without asking anything in return, and that's where the benefit and the core of community comes in. They don't expect anything from you in return apart from taking care of them uh, based on whatever community that you make, right? So there is a benefit like that. You can understand their expectations. Why? Because if your community is around your market, your go to market, what's going to happen is before you release to the market, it's like they're going to validate your idea. So I feel idea validation is extremely crucial in SaaS. It's going to save a lot of time in product building, especially for founders, especially for new founders who are just starting out, who think their idea is good. Yes, previously we used to start with MVP, release the MVP online, maybe run an ad on a landing page. I'm like, that's all confusing, right? Why don't you just go to the
Right,
community, ask them their genuine feedback? They're gonna share
right.
it. So there is immense benefits out there, a lot of time saving, a lot of money saving, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And they give you without expectation. That's what it is.
Yeah, so it's it's like free advice. You go in, you just gotta nurture them and take the advice for free.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's how it is.
Great, great. So that gives me it must it's not always easy. So like what challenges do businesses face when integrating community feedback into the product development life cycle, and what can they do to overcome them?
Oh, challenges. I mean, a lot, a lot. First step is businesses don't know where to even begin a community. They don't know the steps that's required. They just, for them, community, when you say to start a community, they're just going to go to Slack. If it's a business that has money, they're just going to Slack and then open a Slack with just few channels out there and it's completely dead whatsoever. That's first thing. And second thing is you might see some on WhatsApp. Basically, someone the Asian companies out there, they are on WhatsApp, and again, it's just plain dead, boring, without any sort of value. No onboarding, no focus on customer experience of community experience. Sorry, nothing of that sort. And I'm like, that's not how you start a community. So I feel that's what businesses don't know, and they don't want to know. Also, they're like, oh, "Fine, we will just start a group." That's what a community is, right? I feel there's like a lack of education gap that's been there on the business side of things, and businesses who are understanding community better are 100% performing better. Like if you want to start a community, if business owner, any business owner is listening to this, if they want to start a community, it's like a common bond between a specific group of people which who have shared goals, shared interests, shared experiences. So if you were to start, if you want like an advice, like a very quick 2-minute advice on how to start like a community, I would say step one, what is the business goal, right? What are you expecting out of this
Right.
community? Because 100% after 6 months you're going to be like, okay, this is not anything beneficial to my business at all, and you're going to shut your efforts and waste all the time, even though community was giving some sort of result, right? So step one is define the business goal that you're expecting out of the community. Ideally community shouldn't have business goals, yes, but again, I cannot convince you on that angle. So definitely define business goals. Like, do you want to acquire more leads? Do you want more feedback? You want customers to, you want to upsell to them, or do you want to just get some brand advocates for, I don't know, maybe do product hunt launches, right? I don't know. Right? It could be anything. So what is it that you want to do? And then the next step would be the business objectives. If it is acquire more leads, do you want to increase your offer awareness, or do you want to increase your website traffic? Do you want to research the market, or how is it? Or if you want to upsell, what is going to be? Do you want to build like a retargeting list, or do you want to again increase customer satisfaction? How is it? Or if you just simply want to do brand advocates, right? If you want to do brand advocates like word of mouth, or affiliate, or active promoters, or maybe simply it could be around getting testimonials, right? Because UGC is all the rage right now, and community is one of the best ways to do UGC, I would say.
Right.
Because all your customers, all your fans, everyone is in the same place. So 100% it could be anything. And then you actually create like an ICP, map your target audience by demographics, by their goals, interests, etc. Any shared circumstances that they might have, every single thing. And then lastly, what value does your community provide to the people who are inside the community? Like any problems it's solving, or anything that it's giving of value, etc. Because one line that you need to really think of is communities are built, usually right now, are built for saying, okay, what can I get out of a community? Instead, you need to flip the script and say, what can you give or deliver to the community members, right? Once you
Right.
start flipping the script that way, it's going to change everything. Yeah. That would be my answer to this. Yes, I went really long. I just went outline some few steps that I personally use for community building, but yeah, this is pretty much it.
No worries. And to every founder, every community builder out there watching it, listening to it, I would say, save this part. This is going to serve you in the long run for a very long time. Because what Meenank just shared is a blueprint to at least your first 1.5 year, 2 year. It's gonna make your community an actual community. And initially, I saw the pain of a community builder coming in when when you were talking about Slack, when you were talking about WhatsApp as community platforms. So I can totally understand that. So now that we have talked about what they are doing wrong, how can businesses effectively collect feedback from online communities during product development?
Absolutely. The very first step that comes to my mind when collecting customer feedback or community feedback is beta users and conducting those beta programs. Yes, I've been approached by a few founders to start up with this beta program, and I've done beta programs in the past. They work really, really well. It is your collection of beta users that give you feedback based on all the bugs that you give them in the end. That's essentially what it is. So early adopter pricing is another thing. If they are early adopters, get them more say in the decisions, get them more say in how you shape the product. They would feel like an ownership. It's like the IKEA thing, right? You assemble an IKEA furniture and you feel like you've done something really good, and you don't wanna, and you will look after the furniture like really dearly. So that's the way with community as well, I would say, with early adopters. If you give them the say in the choices that you make, if you put features to vote, etc., that's you're already doing way ahead than many other companies who don't even know about community, who aren't even prioritizing their customers like this. So 100% beta users, early adopters, and then if you want to collect effective feedback, just go on Product Hunt. Product Hunt also has a forum, and you can just post in the forum, and surprisingly, they reply back. All of the community just is supportive, sharing all their opinions on your product, etc. As long as it's not promotion based, if you're genuinely there for feedback, definitely they will support you. Secondly, Reddit. Reddit is one more amazing way to get feedback. In fact, you can validate your ideas with Reddit, like real good. I've seen many startup founders, this is their secret hack. They just go to Reddit, they hang out in their forums where these customer ICPs are there, and then they ask a question saying, would you be interested in a product like this? I'm trying to build something around, etc. Reddit is good, Product Hunt is good. Then other indie hacker forums, I would say. Definitely go to other indie hacker forums. And lastly, but I would not miss out on this, is physical meetups. There's only one thing that you can do in front of your computer or your mobile, right? Because last week I attended a meetup, and every time I attend a good meetup, it opens me to new perspectives. Oh, we could do this, we could do this, we could implement that. Oh, this company is doing this. That's interesting. I've never heard of it. Right? I discovered few new tools as well. For example, when you do a community event, the sharing of photos is one of the hardest tasks ever. And there's a tool called Pre-Magic for it. So basically it scans all the faces in the photos, and then it gives like a link where you have to just take a selfie and show all the photos that you're in. It's amazing. It's brilliant. I've never seen it before in my life ever. This is my very first time seeing this tool live in action, and it blew my mind, honestly. And tomorrow, when I do a community event or any meetup for that matter, I'm 100% going to use this tool. Yes, I don't have any affiliation with this tool whatsoever. I first learned of this existence, and I just felt it was so cool. It was really, really cool. So I would say that's how it is. Other than that, coming back to the question, embedding a feedback widget inside your SaaS, that's another good way to get feedback. Although people might click it, might not click it, you need to have a significantly good amount of user base so that you see something from it. Then those products like Canny, etc., right? They allow you to vote on features. That's like a good thing. And then customer interviews. Whenever you have a community, customer interviews is the most easiest part ever, because you just have to approach your friend like a community member, right? You can just ask, okay, just tell me honestly, what do you feel about this? Rather than doing like a formal customer interview, hi, welcome, this is our thing. No, those are the thing of the past, I would say. Companies did struggle with it. They were giving gift cards. I don't know what they were doing. But with community, it's simple. It's like calling up a friend on a call, like this, how you're having, and then getting those, feedback. And then sometimes, if you want to stretch it really, really more, you can tell them to test it in front of you. And you can, basically call it like a usability testing session. But yes, don't label anything. Just ask, okay, how would you actually do or something. This happened with me with a tool called Jupyter. I went on a call, founder himself joined the call. He was like, I want you to edit, and I'll just see how you edit, I'm like, okay, that's so nice. And he was definitely promising app credits and all that stuff. So I was also interested, definitely. So I started editing, and he started noticing, okay, I missed few buttons. I didn't notice some features at all. So I think this usability testing session is like a really, really cool one. Surveys are fine. They're like compulsory. I'm damn sure you don't need me or someone in the podcast to instruct you about surveys. But otherwise, I would say one more important thing is reviews on G2, Capterra, and all those places. Secondly, your customer support tickets. I wanted you to, this is a hidden tip, the agency we are currently working in, they use it 100%. We use it to run ads actually. So I'll show you. I'll tell you what we use it. It's called review mining. And what we essentially do is we collect all these reviews. And pro tip is collecting your support tickets as well. And analyzing it using AI. when you analyze using AI, you will get a lot of insights that you haven't gotten before. So these are some of the insights. I know I've given a lot, but these are some of the insights.
No worries. I think that was really helpful, and it would help the brands understand on how to go about it and how to collect the feedback in the right way, and help develop in the development of their product. So, okay, before we move on to the next question, Pure Magic, if your team, if you're listening to this or you're watching this, you can feel free to sponsor me for promoting you, and Meenank for being your promoter. So, the last question: what are some of the examples of products that have been successful in co-creating with getting inputs from their communities?
Some of the products, I would say Lemlist, one of the biggest products ever. Without VC funding, scaled it to millions, and VCs wanted to fund it, but they still said no to 30 million in funding, even when they were receiving it. And I feel that's the true power of community. You can actually bootstrap your business with community, and that's something truly, truly powerful. Lemlist did it absolutely well. This was back in the days of Facebook groups, and Lemlist leveraged it. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. And other SaaS products also, like your AI writing tools like Jasper. Jasper again took the route of VC funding, but it got started with community, I would say. And then there are other tools like AppSumo. It's not a tool, it's like a marketplace. I'm sure people might have heard of AppSumo. AppSumo community, they used to ask a lot of questions. They used to give away Teslas and everything inside the community. It was really, really cool, right? So another thing. And then Notion. Notion, I would say, is a very indirect way of doing community. It's like you don't have a single community channel, but your users are forming communities among themselves. The con, however, in that aspect is you don't have a say as a company over there. It's a good thing that your users are forming community around your product, but
there is
con,
no central community.
I would say, is as a community manager or a company, you want control over something, certain aspects, right? So that's some of it. And then speaking of other companies, I feel there are a lot of other companies. For example, a lot of creators have built, for example, this podcaster, what was his name? He started with podcasting basically. I'll tell you.
No worries.
Are we running out of time?
Yeah, we're actually running out of time.
Okay.
You can, I'll tag you in the when I share the podcast, and you can let us know in the comments what who the person was who started it with the podcast and started a brand.
Sure.
I wanted to answer this in one word. What would you say to a founder starting a community? Least possible words.
Just spend more time inside the community, developing it, perfecting the user experience, and giving more to the community. Don't just make the Slack group, keep the Slack group link and leave. That's all. That's all you need to do, nothing else.
Don't just make a Slack group or WhatsApp group, huh?
Yeah. Don't just make it and leave it. It's fine. WhatsApp, Slack, all are fine, but don't just make it and leave it. Yeah.
Be there. Thank you so much, Meenank. Thank you so much for sharing and for joining me. It's been a pleasure to host you.
Thank you so much, Akash. It's been wonderful. I know I went out of time, but I just had a lot of things to share. Yeah, it was fun.
No worries. When you're having a good conversation, time is just, time flies. So, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to me to pick a topic where you want an expert opinion, share it in the comments. And if you need help with your community, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. This is Community Converge. I am Akash Agrawal. Until next time, cheers.